There comes a moment when you finally notice something you've been avoiding. You've been pouring your time, your heart, your attention into people, and you assumed they valued it the way you did. Then slowly, painfully, you realize something simple and true. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Maybe you've sat with yourself late at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling that tiny ache in your chest, wondering why you always show up for people you care about, yet still end up feeling unseen, unheard, unchosen. You start thinking maybe it's you. Maybe you're not enough. Let me say this gently. That feeling is real. Your exhaustion is real. Your disappointment is real. And nothing about it means you are weak, or dramatic, or ungrateful. You are human, and every human longs to be valued, to be met halfway, to be received with the same care they offer. This is where Stoicism meets the heart. Not to silence your emotions, not to harden you into stone, but to help you protect the most tender part of yourself, without abandoning what makes you soft, warm, and alive. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The meaning is clear and uncomfortable. You cannot force someone to see your worth. You cannot make them stay, care, or understand. But you can choose how long you stand at a door that never opens. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." If your sense of worth rises and falls based on how others treat you, you are handing your freedom away, piece by piece, moment by moment. Your worth does not live in someone else's approval. It lives in you. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Sometimes the wound isn't what they did, but the story we tell ourselves afterward. That we are less, that we are forgettable, that our value depends on someone else's attention. None of that is true. Here's a picture of real life. Imagine there's someone you care about deeply. You rearrange your week to support them. You pick them up when they fall apart. You answer calls at midnight because you don't want them to sit with their pain alone. But when you need a voice on the other end, silence. When you need a hand to steady you, no one reaches back. And suddenly, you're reminded of a truth you already knew deep down. Loving someone fully does not mean they will love you back the same way. Not because you're unworthy, but because they're not ready, not capable, or simply not willing. So now comes the part you can control. What you do next. Starting today, even slowly. Try this. Notice who drains you and who fills you gently. Your time is life. Treat it like something precious. Listen to your nervous system. If your chest tightens every time they text you, that's your wisdom speaking. Choose honesty over overthinking. If someone is showing you who they are, believe them the first time. Give less to those who take without giving, not out of bitterness, but out of respect for your own energy. And finally, place yourself back in the center of your life, not on the edges, not as second choice, but exactly where you belong. As you do this, the world won't magically change, but you will. You will notice the noise fade. You'll find space in your breathing again. You'll feel the weight lift from your shoulders, not because someone carried it for you, but because you finally put it down. And little by little, you'll begin to see yourself differently. You are not someone begging to be chosen. You are someone learning to choose. You are not chasing the wrong doors. You are learning which ones were never meant to open. You are not hard to love. You are simply done proving your worth to people who never earned the right to hold it. You are soft, but not fragile. You are kind, but not blind. You are steady, anchored, and aware. You can walk away without anger. You can stay with yourself when others leave. You can love deeply without losing your self-respect. In the end, not everyone deserves a seat at your table. And that's not loneliness. That's growth. That's you learning to treat your heart like something sacred, not something free for anyone who happens to pass by. If you want to stay on this path of quiet strength and self-respect, feel free to subscribe, or share a story of a relationship you finally chose to stop carrying alone. I'll read it, slowly, and with the same care you used to write it.